So here we go. Here we go. From Joe Rogan Podcast, here we go. Trump on Joe Rogan Experience, Friday, October 25th. So that'll be in the daytime. So we'll be able to talk about this on Friday at the 7:30 stream, 7:30 live stream. But what do you guys think of this? What do you think the effect of this will be? Will this be good for Trump or will it be bad for Trump? Now, conventional wisdom says this will be very good for Trump. This is the kind of atmosphere. This is the kind of situation that he will thrive in. Just sitting down and having a mano-a-mano conversation with Joe Rogan, who is not, I mean, politically, they're not like from a different planet. Yeah, Joe Rogan is fairly liberal, but also moderate. He understands the issue with the border, right? Certainly free speech is an issue for him. So there should be plenty of common ground for them. And again, as we've seen with Trump on these podcasts he's doing, he thrives in this situation. He thrives in this environment. It's almost like it's made for him. So this should be a slam dunk, no problems, like massive asset to his campaign in terms of, convincing male voters who haven't decided yet, or they're just not motivated enough to vote yet. This could have an influence. This should be a slam dunk, but it might not be. Is it possible that Joe Rogan, for some crazy reason, just decides to come out hard against Trump in this, to grill him? I mean, Trump can handle himself. I don't think that that might work out for Trump as well, to be honest, because Trump's not obviously not some sort of shrinking violet. He's not going to get anxious, right? He's got to hit back harder than he gets. I think it's very unlikely that would happen, by the way. I think what's likely to happen, he's going to ask a couple of tough questions, but Trump, he's going to be charmed by Trump. He's going to like Trump. We know that he thinks Trump's hilarious, and it doesn't appear that he's a big fan of Kamala Harris. So I don't think this is going to be extremely adversarial. If it's a little bit, no problem. Trump can handle that. No problem. He'll do just fine. So to me, it seems like a slam dunk, but let's see what you guys are saying. Rosie says, I think Joe Rogan, needs food testers until Friday. I think you're right. Food tasters, sorry. Yeah. We know what you're saying. Get a monkey. Good to see ya. When are you having Trump on your show, Richie? Radio Baloney is the best show. The other shows are losers. Everybody says that. I don't say that. Everybody else says that. I just know it's really good. He's on right now, but he only wants to say that. So now he's off. Now he's out. He just left. Sorry. Bye, Trump. Too bad. I wish I could have had him on longer. Let's see. Nevada says, I think Trump and Joe will have a great time. How could they not? Like, it's perfect, right? Joe Rogan and Trump, perfect. There's got to be so many questions that aren't, about policy or whatnot that Joe Rogan's going to want to ask Trump. His mind's all over the place. He's an extremely curious character, right? Because obviously that's why his show works so well, why it's so popular, because of his curiosity. He's going to be asking all kinds of questions you wouldn't expect, and Trump's going to love it. They're going to get along. They're both dudes, right? They're both like just alphas that are going to sit there at the table, and they're going to be laughing within 3 minutes, within 30 seconds, within 10 seconds. Let's see. Rumbum says, deep down, no one is a fan of Harris. Even Harris hates Harris. I mean, she has to be drunk 24/7 to feel joy. That's correct. Yeah, and she says, I mean, it's her catchphrase. Don't ever let anyone take your vodka. Sorry, I mean joy from you. Don't ever let anybody do that. Rosie gave me a 10 out of 10 for the impressions. What impression? What impression are you talking about? Let's see. Spambot Fodder says, the only people that are fans of Heels Up Harris are those that are terrified of the Orange Man. Yeah, I think that's correct. Let's actually see what people are saying underneath this. It's Tiff says, about time. Z Van Fleet says, can't wait. I know everybody can't wait. I think even the lefties can't wait. Like, this is huge. Clown World, fire. Tim Young, about to break the internet. Yep. Thomas Paine Band, let's go. Trump on Joe Rogan will be the most watched podcast of all time. That's got to be true. The MAGA movement is growing more every day. We must win to save America. Yeah, it will be the biggest podcast of all time. It is going to break the internet. Is that Trump throwing salt on the lady? Let's see. I hope Rogan just goes full Rogan and rants about mushrooms, chimps, stem cells, and DMT at him for 40 minutes. That would be an awesome conversation, actually. That would be hilarious. Thing is with this, Trump doesn't even have to talk about policy. His goal on Rogan is just to do what the mainstream media is most afraid of, which is be human. Just seem like a dude who's talking to another dude. Human. Remember when Jimmy Fallon touched Trump's hair in, was it 2015, 2016? And the left freaked out because it was humanizing the monster Trump, he's not even a human being. How dare you humanize him? That's what they're terrified of, him being humanized, right? It's going to be the biggest podcast ever. And people are going to see that Donald Trump is just a dude. He's just a guy. He's an actual human being. He's not just a guy. Let's be honest with that. But he's an actual human being, and he's pretty funny, and he's got some charisma. No, he's not a monster. He's not Hitler too. That's terrifying for the Kamala campaign and for the machine that fuels it. So massive. Let's go. Let's see. The Kiffness says, legacy media's worst nightmare, LOL. Yep. Let's see. It's going to be crazy. Can't wait. There's one interesting point, though. Where was it? Okay, he's probably going to ask him about, I bet you he'll ask him about this. Hold on one second. I got to fact check something. Fact check. There we go. So this was from 8/9/24. So what was that? That's August 9th this year. Donald J. Trump, it will be interesting to see how loudly Joe Rogan gets booed the next time he enters the UFC ring. This is after Joe Rogan's just said that he liked RFK. So he's probably going to ask him about this. So I assume that Trump is going to be ready for this. But that'll be one thing I'm expecting to hear Joe Rogan want to talk about. Because at the time, I said, this isn't it. No, I said, Trump, this is not it. I mean, for one thing, nobody's going to boo Joe Rogan at a UFC event. Just not going to happen, right? This isn't it. This is not the way to go about it. Wrong, right? Like, hey, he does misstep sometimes, right? But that's something I wonder. I feel like he's probably going to bring up at some point, but Rogan is going to bring up, but I guess we'll have to see. All right. Rumbum says, being human, talking about Trump here, the far lefty's greatest weakness. It's their greatest fear. That is what will be achieved for a massive audience on Friday night. And again, that is kryptonite to the Kamala machine, or really the machine and their puppet Kamala. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.